It's that kind of weather when it is that we start to wear sunglasses. And I was looking through some things and I've discovered I have lots of them. So, interesting. All for different looks, different feels, different styles, depending how I'm feeling. But whilst it is that this is actually fun, me just trying on different glasses, the question I want to ask you is, what lens are you looking at the world through? So we've seen from these, there are different types of lenses. They're different shapes. There are different densities. I'm sure that there's a technical word for them, but essentially they are all different. And they will all give me a different perspective on things. And so what lens are you wearing? So those glasses that I tried on, they are great. That, you know, they'll look kind of like funky in the sun. They will stop the sun from getting in my eyes, but actually I won't be able to see through them. If I put on my glasses, the world becomes a lot clearer. So, what lens are you wearing? And the thing about glasses is, unless we look in the mirror, actually we never see ourselves and how it is we look with the glasses. So other people will always be the ones that see us. And so if we are wearing the lenses of fear, anxiety, worry, then everything that we see will be tainted by this. And that now actually reminds me of, have you ever been either driving or in a car where the windscreen is dirty? It's clearly dirty. But as a driver, you have found a way to see through the windscreen and you just keep driving and your eyes adjust, and that's how it is. And then one day you get the car cleaned or you clean the windscreen and you're thinking, oh my gosh, when did the world become so colourful? Oh my gosh, has that always been there? I've never seen that there before. Because now your vision is not impaired and you can see more clearly. So I'm going back to, what lens are you wearing? And particularly as we navigate this season, we're coming to the end of the 5th month of 2020. And I've heard people talk about the fact that the year is over, you know, can we just pretend that it didn't happen, etc., etc. Is that the kind of thing that you are thinking or saying? Because there is still 7 months of the year left. So it's not over. And if those are the lenses that you are wearing, take them off. Take them off and embrace the fact that there are 7 months left. Okay, we are not where it was that we planned to be. We're not the way where it was that we envisaged the world would be right now. But this is our starting point. And so as you are moving through the next 7 months, what's your vision like? Is it impaired by the lens of, I'm not good enough, I can't do this? You know, that idea that I had at the beginning of the year, I was really clear about that. And now we're here and all of this stuff has happened and those people aren't talking to me. And do you know, those people that I've spent so much time with, are those the lenses that you are looking at the world through? Because you can't possibly move forward effectively if your eyesight is tainted. And sometimes, actually, we need to ask other people, how are we looking? You know, what lens am I wearing? You know, that when it is I have a conversation with you, am I having a conversation from the place of doom and gloom? Am I having the conversation where it says that, do you know what, it's always been like this, so it will always be like this? What kind of conversations am I having? Because that will tell us what lens we're looking at the world through. You know, it might be you think, you know, I'm kind of cool. This kind of looks kind of foxy. What do you think? But if looking at the world through these lenses is impairing my movement, is impairing my ability to have meaningful conversations, to deepen relationships, to connect with people, then maybe these aren't the lenses I should be wearing. Or if it is that, you know, that we have the lens of hope, you know, that I'm hoping that things are going to be better. I'm hoping that this is going to work. I'm hoping, you know, I'm just full of hope. I want to say to you that hope is fabulous. It's the wind beneath your sails, but hope isn't a strategy, because hoping usually means that we're sitting here waiting. So actually, if the only way that you are looking at your world or even yourself is through hope, you know, I hope that, you know, that roll of extra fat, I'm calling it wisdom, but I'm hoping that it's going to go, you know, that there's going to be a time where it's going to go. I just want to tell you that hope doesn't make it move. Hope doesn't make it go. And so if those are the lens that you are looking at your life and things through, then you need to take those off. But if the lenses that you are looking at the world through are your glasses that actually say, do you know what? This is where it is that I am. That is where I want to go. Okay, how do I chart my course from where I am now to there? Because you can only get there from here. You don't have to like here. Here doesn't even have to make sense. Think about where we are right now. It doesn't even have to make sense, but this is where you are. And if you are wearing the right lenses, then you can see that for what it is. That rather than complain about it, moan about it, get angry and exacerbated and anxious about it, just actually acknowledge that, you know what, this is where I am. I'm so glad that I've taken those lenses off, because I can now see more clearly, that I have a greater vision of who I am. I have a greater vision of what it is that I'm here to do. And I don't have to, you don't have to know its entirety, but actually if you've got a greater vision, then it is easier. Don't get me wrong, it's actually never going to be easy, but it will be easier. And it's that whole thing that it doesn't necessarily become easy, but you become stronger, wiser, and better equipped to navigate it. If you think about it, at the beginning of all of this, that you probably said, I would never be able to do this. Because that's, you know, seriously, I'm not going to be able to do this. We are now 3 months in. It feels like 3 months. I don't know what the time frame is, but we are a long way in, and you've navigated it. You may not always have navigated it with a smile. You may not always have been happy about it, but the fact that you are here now, that means that you have navigated it to this point. So that vision was wrong. That vision that said, no, it is that you can't. There's something on the inside of you that actually overrode that. And there's something inside all of us that can override those thoughts when it is that we take off those lenses and we put on ones that we can see. It's all about perspective. It's why it is that two people can witness the same thing and have a different story about it, because they are coming at it from different perspectives. They're wearing different lenses. And our lenses are fashioned and shaped by our experiences and our expertise and our skill set. It's shaped by that. But if we always allow those negative experiences to determine how it is that we see the world, we're always going to be stuck. I'm sure in all of our lives, it's littered with bad experiences, things that brought you to your knees, things that made you cry out, stuff of pain, hurt, betrayal, rejection, all of those things. But we have to find a way to not allow those to be the lenses at which it is that we look at the world. Because we are then, we are preventing ourselves from moving forward. Because there are always going to be situations or circumstances. There are always going to be people that, that kind of get on your last nerve, that really rub you up the wrong way, that push the wrong buttons. There are always going to be those people. They don't actually suddenly disappear. But what happens is that we grow stronger to be able to navigate our way through it. We take the lenses off that say that this is what always happens to me. This is the kind of, look at my life. I'm always unlucky. I will never win at anything. We take those lenses off and be open to possibilities and opportunities that are different from that. It's a choice that we make. The same way that I can choose which pair of glasses that I put on is the same way that we can choose the perspective that we look at the world through. And you're going to say to me, but you don't know what it is that I've been through. You're right, I don't. And I am not belittling any experience that you've had and any feelings and any emotions it is that you have, because they are real and it's really important to acknowledge them. But what I am saying is that you can take off those lenses and put on new ones. And that, yes, in the first instance, when I first got these glasses, wearing them was challenging because it was different. I was used to walking around and seeing the world in a particular way. And then I put on the glasses and, oh my gosh, everything looks brighter. The colours are more vibrant. And it took a while to get used to that. Because that's not the way that you are used to seeing things. But it's the time to choose. And probably now, more so than ever before in our lifetimes, that we have to acknowledge the power that's within us and go for it. Because I firmly believe that whatever it is that we set our minds to, we can work towards. Along the road, there may be detours. We may suddenly think, actually, I thought that was where I wanted to go, but actually I want to go here. But none of that happens until we put on the right lenses and we get moving. Come on. What perspective, what lens are you wearing to look at the world through? Are those lenses, are they equipping you for the journey it is that you're on? Are they helping you to wake up each day with a smile on your face, irrespective of what it is that you are facing? Because I smile all the time, which possibly makes me weird, but I smile from the inside out. I'm not smiling because of the situation or the circumstance. Because actually, if you've got a free time, I can talk to you about the situations or circumstances. I'm not smiling because of that. I'm smiling because I know that I am so much bigger than my situation or circumstance. And of course, I'm going to bring in Papa G. I'm going to bring God into this. But I know that I am bigger than this. And I also know that you are bigger than your situation or your circumstance. And it's now time to find another way to look at it. And actually, if you are challenged with looking at a situation from a different perspective, from a positive place, or find the silver lining in the cloud, give me a call. Touch base with me, because I can quite literally find the silver lining in every cloud. Yep, I am wired that way. When I was in hospital and they said that this bleed on the brain was a stroke, I said to the doctor, oh my gosh, I'm in the top set. I'm in the top percentile, because only 18% of all strokes are bleeds. Now, this is one of the most devastating moments of my life. And I had to find another way to look at it. And he actually said, Carol, nobody thinks like that, which quite literally sums it up. But I'm saying to you, what lens? Choose the lens today as you go about your day, whatever it is you're doing or not doing. Choose the lens that you are going to look at the world through and see what it is that you can see. Widen your perspective today, because once it is that you widen your perspective, you make more informed choices. Whatever it is, from my heart to yours, I'm sending you lots and lots of love.